You are dead. Yeah, I am. Uh, what, was there meant to be a different way out of that? Did I... Have I fucked up? Oh. Wait, hang on, what? You're dead. Death is nothing at all. You've only slipped away into the next room. What?
Hope you don't mind creepy posters.
Oh, okay.
It's your room. You can do what you like.
Okay, we're
with it,
back to the
But I definitely prefer
present.
this to fairies, rainbows, and pink unicorns.
Okay, that was a fun
Did you
trick
make
game. I
them?
actually thought I'd fucked up something and might have to start again.
No. My boyfriend made them. Some of them, anyway.
Is the same boyfriend you're gonna talk to? In here, in this building?
So, Miss Ashworth, I happen to have a bottle of wine.
And
in my
I have a
bag.
corkscrew that I haven't
I was
gotten to
going
use
leave
yet.
To Robert, but I forgot all about it.
Robert.
Robert?
The guy with the rats.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, yes.
sorry.
Of
I'd forgotten
course.
about Robert the
So-
Rat Man.
Shall we have a drink then?
I
We can
suppose
get to know
he's the
each other a
polar
bit
opposite
more.
of Susan the Cat Lady.
I know, I promised I won't get in the way. And, I mean, you don't have to if you don't feel like it. But since we're gonna live together for a little while, it won't hurt if we talk to each other, will it?
Yeah, sure. Let's fucking chillax and have a drink. Yeah. Come on.
That's okay.
Let's
I
break the
guess.
chains.
Great! I'll bring the
So some,
wine.
yeah, bring the wine. Good woman.
Oh, damn. It's one of those bottles
Aha.
with cork.
But that's alright.
Have you got a bottle opener,
Yes, I
Miss
do.
Ashworth?
In the kitchen. I'll go get it, shall
Excellent.
Yes, please. And while you're there, could you get a couple of glasses too?
Glasses. Oh, but there's none of those in the cupboard. We know this from we tried to make coffee. Oh, you've really spruced the place up nicely. Thinking about it, I do like that transition with the "You Are Dead" thing, but it just threw me for a fucking loop for not getting it. But oh wait, no, hang on. There is wine glasses in the cabinet. Yes. Now it's all coming together. I'm learning how to puzzle, everyone. It's not quite as painful as it used to be. It's still sore, but it's not painful. Here we go. Microwave oven, examine. It's not an exploded 800-watt microwave oven, but God knows it could have been. Take corkscrew. Close cupboard. Sweet. I've got all the paraphernalia and accoutrement, or stuff, needed to have a nice bottle of wine with my friend Mitzi. Although I can only assume from what I'm thinking are flash forwards when we're with Creepy Man and Zombie Wife that things aren't going to be too pleasant in the immediate future. Mitzi, let's have a talk.
Have you found that corkscrew yet?
Yep.
You also need some wine
Oh, I
glasses.
have them all. Let's, hang on. Mitzi? No. Let's examine. She reminds me of myself when I was younger. I'm not sure if I can fully trust her, but so far she seems genuine. Maybe I will give her a chance. Yeah, maybe. It's all I can really do, isn't it? Wine glasses. Give.
I found some wine glasses.
There you go.
Great. Now all we need
Oh, I
is a
have one of
corkscrew.
those as well. You'll never believe how organised I am today. Use? No, give.
There you go. Let's get that bottle open.
Boom!
All right. That's all we need.
Let's crack
Oh,
that
Miss
fucker
Ashworth?
open.
I really must say this before we start.
Oh?
Yeah?
I promise I won't cut your throat.
Oh, that's good.
Very funny,
Good thing you said that before you're
No,
drunk.
I mean it.
That's fine. But just so you know, I always sleep with my eyes
Yeah.
open.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, cool. It stopped raining for once. I do love metaphors, especially weather ones. Yeah, that's, well, it might be a bit of a sore subject, but you know, wine loosens lips. Let's talk about the cancer.
So, the big C. Want to talk about it?
Well, to be honest, I didn't really want to tell you about it like that.
Yeah, sorry, you know.
I put you in a very difficult position,
Ghostly
I know.
old women always
It's just that I
reveal
was
your
really
deepest,
desperate to get this room.
darkest secrets.
I hope you can understand. This is the last and most important thing I must do before my time is up.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. You seem alright. It's just... I find it hard to trust people these days. Maybe it's time I opened my eyes to see others have problems too.
Yes, now that is...
Some, like yourself,
Yeah,
even bigger than
that is
mine.
always why they say that...
What kind of cancer is it?
I'll
you
say it
mind me
after.
asking?
There'll be a pause.
Brain tumor.
Oh.
Her name is glioblastoma.
Haha.
Yeah.
Yep, they're all girls, the way I imagine it. Just look at their names. Lymphoma, melanoma, myeloma, leukemia, sarcoma. Each of them a fucking goddess of death. Beautiful and ruthless.
And you're not emo.
You might just be right about that, Mitzi. I used to be a nurse. I know a few things about cancer.
Oh, yes.
And I know glioblastoma. She's a real
Fuck
bitch.
her, am I right?
Yeah,
Chink.
and yet she gets to be the prom queen before night ends, while I disappear down the back exit.
Oh. High school never ends,
How
Mitzi.
long?
As the wise poets once said.
Said I had a year,
Ooh.
but that was 6 months ago, so...
Ah.
Yeah. Not awfully long.
I see.
Is there anything...
They've tried.
Unfortunately not.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
Yeah. So am I. Do you want to talk
Oh,
about something
the
else?
true killer in this game. Serious medical conditions. Yeah, anyway, to just reflect on something that Susan, that's her name, don't know how I forgot that, said there about looking at other people's problems. That's why they always say that if you know someone that has depression, you should always take them out to feed the homeless, because it just puts things in perspective. Unfortunately, if you know someone who's homeless and depressed, then generally, the whole resolving the homelessness thing would be a far more productive way to spend an afternoon than taking them to see their meth buddies. Let's just comment on the rain, I suppose. It's,
It's not raining anymore.
it isn't.
Oh well, I don't mind rain. Sometimes I even like it.
Again, have to clarify,
When I
not
go into
emo.
where the forecast says a nasty fog coming. Now that I'm actually scared of. I got lost in a fog once. When I was
Oh,
just
really?
9 or 10.
Oh. Damn.
I remember I sat under a tree crying, thinking some monster would appear right in front of me and drag me away.
But now that you're a big girl, you know there are no monsters.
Yeah? How do you know?
Well, I suppose I don't, considering everything I've been through the last couple of days. Okay. The only monsters are us, murderers, rapists. Well, rapists, but what other options do we have here? Maybe you're right, I will believe in them, and I've never seen one, nor has anyone else. I don't know. Well, I think considering Susan, she would see people as the monsters. Of course,
The only monsters
it's a
are
very
us.
black and white way of
Murderers,
looking at things, but
rapists,
just look at the
arsonists.
color scheme.
They're the real beasts. So far from humanity, they're no longer capable of feeling compassion or guilt. They're the ones we should really be afraid of.
I guess.
But whether they're lurking in the woods or fog or the darkness of our cellars, it's all irrelevant.
Yeah.
You can't predict
Sure,
what
everyone has a bit of a
happens.
monster in them,
You
don't
can't
they?
do anything to stop it.
Just look at
There is only one way. You turn into a
Ashton
beast
Kutcher. He's a
yourself,
bit of a monster.
and like them, you show no mercy.
Whoa! Where did that come from, Miss Ashworth?
A very good observation.
I just don't like murderers. They're nothing but
Well,
parasites.
yes, parasites. Yeah. Well, it's kind of the pot calling the old kettle black there, isn't it, Miss Ashworth? You know, you might want to look at your old actions with the doctor, man, and see how that fits into your parasite plan. Here's the real question, though. You know, what are you gonna do to this man?
How are you planning to find
Who
this
is he?
guy?
I don't know yet. A bit of detective work, perhaps.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be that hard, really. There are only 8 apartments here. One is yours. That leaves us with 7. I was hoping that you could give
Maths
me
in
a
action.
hand, actually. You know some of your neighbors, don't you?
Oh.
Not many. I never.
I mean,
really
there's
cared
one guy,
about
you know,
them.
if you want to
They
kill
changed
somebody,
over the years too.
you know, kill him.
You probably also figured by now that this is not the sort of place where new neighbours are
bit of a
greeted
typo
with
there.
a freshly baked cake.
Um,
You see a new face, you give them a blank stare as you pass them in the hall, and you forget about them a minute
Until some
later.
bitch starts
Not
playing her
bad, eh?
musical instrument in the middle of the night.
There's that bald guy who lives above me in flat 5. He came here recently to shout in
Yeah,
my
the
face.
asshole.
He's a nasty piece of work, but I really don't think he's the person you're looking for.
What does he do for a living?
I think he's a train driver.
Maybe.
I can't imagine somehow that my guy would be a train driver. Okay, that's good. Leaves us with just 6.
Alrighty.
Anyone else you know?
No.
I'd have to think.
You know, maybe not tonight. Let's just talk about something else, okay? I have plenty of time. There's no need to rush this. Maybe tomorrow we
Yeah.
can sit down together
Cool.
and make a plan. I could draw a simple map of the building, and with your help, mark down who lives where.
Sounds good to me, Mitzi.
Yeah. We'll be friends. Forever. Until the blindness kicks in. And I assume something terrible has happened to our friendship. You know what, this boyfriend?
You mentioned a boyfriend.
Come on, let's talk about boys
Tell me something about him.
while drinking.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk about him.
She's perched.
His name is Jack.
Jack.
He's dead.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh,
Miss Ashworth, are you sure you want to listen about my miserable life? I don't want to bring you down. These aren't happy stories.
No.
and I'm not a happy stories kind of
Yeah.
person. I'm sure you've noticed by now.
Play on, Macduff. Seriously.
Yes, so.
I need to know more about Mitzi.
Anyway, I suppose I would have had to tell you about Jack sooner or later. After all, he is the main reason I'm here.
Okay.
I just don't know where to start.
Yeah, well, you know, let's start at the beginning. How did you meet this Jack? Who was he? Where did he come from? Where did he go?
Tell me how you two met.
Oh, we knew each other for like forever. We grew up on the same
Oh,
street.
okay.
It's funny how we seem to be made for each other. Perfect match.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to have a bit of a
I
drink.
always knew he was the guy for me, and I'm sure he never doubted that either. Jack was absolutely crazy about me. We thought one day we would marry, have children, be happy.
But what happened?
I never had many friends because I had Jack. I didn't need anybody else.
Okay.
You know, if there's one thing I'm really grateful for in my life, it's that I got to experience this pure, perfect love.
Well, that's nice.
Some people go through a lifetime without knowing how it feels. I guess I've been very lucky. But all luck runs out sometimes.
Oh. Yeah, how did... Was it the cancer? Was that what... I don't know, drove him away? Well, no, he wasn't really driven away, was he? He's dead. Oh, maybe it drove him away into something solid and, you know, therein lies the death. I don't quite know, but we'll see.
How did he take the news about
I'm
your
gonna say it's
cancer?
something to do with cancer.
He thought I was joking at first. He laughed. And he got really angry.
Angry? Oh.
I swore to him I was serious, but he still wouldn't believe me.
Whoa.
We had a big fight that night. It was our first and only fight. But it was awful. He smashed some stuff. His guitar, of all things, was the worst. He loved that guitar. Why did he break it? He was absolutely furious. He walked out on me that night, and when he came back the next day, he was different.
Oh.
Begged me to try surgery and chemotherapy. I didn't really want those things, but I did the chemo for him. It didn't help. It just made me feel sick all the time.
Right.
I felt trapped in this strange place where nothing that happened around me seemed real. Maybe that's why I didn't see what my cancer was doing to Jack, and it was destroying him as well.
Oh shit. Hmm.
He changed. He became obsessed with death. It seemed death was all he ever thought about, even though it was me, not him, who was supposed to die.
Yeah. Well, you know, that's what happens, you know, especially with a long relationship like that. That can just ruin things. But yeah, we need to find out more about this Jack.
Jack made those pictures.
And
on
most
the wall.
importantly, how does
Was he
this
an
internet
artist?
man
He always liked all kinds of
tie
morbid
into
stuff,
things?
whether it was music, movies, paintings. So do I, really. We had that in common, amongst other things. People say it's depressing to listen to sad songs or watch sad films, but I
You
never
know,
felt
funny
that
enough, it
way.
isn't.
And yet, you are scared of fog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's different. I might be scared of fog, but I like spiders. They're beautiful.
You must be out of your mind, Mitzi.
No, honestly, there's a certain indescribable beauty in sadness. Just like there's beauty in the grey and ugly winter morning when you look past the obvious and notice what others can't see.
You must love my apartment then.
Jesus, it must be a
It's
fucking...
like ugly took a vacation
Must be
here,
fucking
and then
Disneyland
went
for
home
Mitzi.
again.
Hot damn. But, yeah, that is the thing with, sad... Oh, shit, sorry. Bumped against the mic. That is the thing about sad songs, is the reason that they keep popping up every couple of years is just because they're a nice detox from all the Taylor Swifts of the world.
How
Although it's
did
sad
he
in a
die?
different kind of way.
How did Jack die?
Just terribly, terribly sad. How this 20-something can't get any man that she doesn't hate.
So distant in the last few
It's
weeks
tragic.
before he died.
Wait, back to real tragedy.
What I didn't know was that he kept looking for something. I don't think he even knew what exactly. But it eventually found him. Or rather, he found him. There are those forums online, you know? About all sorts of
yes.
stuff. Fishing, computer games, horses, gambling, addictions. Everything,
Oh
really.
yeah, fishing, flying, young love, all of them.
Jack stumbled upon one about
Oh
suicide.
yes.
There's a guy there. Calls himself the Eye of Adam. He's a fucking god on that forum.
Ooh.
It's like a failed suicide club. People mostly try to help each other and offer support.
Shit, Mitzi, you got the
Sometimes it
URL?
just helps to know there are others like you.
Sounds relevant to
Listen
Susan's
to their
interests.
stories and how they cope with their lives. But the Eye of Adam is an advocate of death. He dwells on human weakness.
Ooh.
His job is to plant an idea, to give them a reason to die and tell them how to do it, once and for good. Jack took the bait.
Oh dear.
Before he knew, he was completely brainwashed.
And before we knew it, he'd become an
One
hero.
day he sat down with me and tried to explain his
Terrible when
perfect
it happens to
solution.
someone you love.
It was the Romeo and Juliet kind of scenario. We were both to die together in each other's arms.
Oh shit.
It was supposed to be a quick and foolproof death. There was no chance we would have been saved. All thanks to the Eye of Adam, who created a tool for perfect suicide. He told me it was very simple. All we needed were 2 easily accessible household chemicals,
Right.
which combined together create a gas called hydrogen sulfide that kills you within a couple of minutes. I told him he was fucking nuts, of course, but he just wouldn't give up. He reasoned with me, then he begged, and eventually just kept screaming at me.
Okay.
I figured it was his crazy idea of a modern romance, but it was downright tacky and just wrong. Finally, he said he would get everything ready and wait for me in our special place at dawn, 5 in the morning. Don't be late. Those were his last words he said to me. Then he stormed out.
Ooh.
I cried for hours, thinking I didn't deserve all that from the person I loved most in the whole world. A few times I even tried to persuade myself that maybe he
No,
was right, and I should
He just
do
couldn't
it.
cope.
I just couldn't. I eventually fell asleep. I didn't plan it. My head was killing me. I was so tired. I woke up suddenly. I could see the sun rising out my window. It was nearly 5. In utter panic, I threw myself off the bed and ran out the door. I needed to stop him. I needed to get there before it was too late.
But you couldn't.
But right there in my bedroom, before I even left, I already knew it was.